times they were a team. Not always a happy one, not always a perfect one, but they were a team. There were jobs to do, bills to pay, children to raise, errands to run, and problems to solve. Life stayed busy enough that the marriage could survive on momentum alone. Then retirement arrived. And when it came, something that had not felt in years also arrived, and that was silence. At first, silence felt like a gift. No alarms, no pressure, just time. But time has a way of asking questions. Who are we now? What are we doing with each other? What is left when the job titles, routines, and responsibilities disappear? For many couples over 50, retirement does not create new problems. It exposes old ones. The first thing to change is the rhythm of the day. One person wakes up ready to plan. The other wants to drift. One wants structure, the other wants freedom. What used to be a shared schedule becomes a quiet mismatch, repeated day after day after day. And then money starts to speak louder than it ever did before. In the working years, finances may have been handled in the background, but retirement puts every decision under a spotlight now. Suddenly, spending is not just spending, it is security, fear, control, resentment. And if the couple never learned how to handle money as a team, well, then retirement can turn every financial choice into a small crisis. But the deeper shift is not about money. It is about identity. For decades, they were defined by what they did: worker, provider, caregiver, parent, problem solver. Retirement removes those labels all at once. And not everyone knows what to do with the empty space that remains. That is when the marriage can start to feel unfamiliar. Not because the people change overnight, but because the roles that once held them together, the roles that once defined them, are now gone. One partner may throw themselves into hobbies, friends, or new routines. The other may feel abandoned, left behind, or unsure where they fit anymore. What looks like independence on the outside can feel like disconnection on the inside, and then comes the conversations, or what is left of them. They talk about schedules, appointments, grocery lists, and home repairs. But the real conversations, the ones about fear, regret, loneliness, desire, disappointment, those never seem to happen anymore. So the distance grows in plain sight, hidden inside ordinary days. Sometimes the tension does not explode. It calcifies. It becomes the same argument repeated in different forms, repeated in different forms, repeated in different forms, repeated in I think you get the point. And these are about money. They're about habits, about how much time they spend together, about who changed more, about who sacrificed more, about who's still trying. And underneath all of it is a question neither person may want to ask out loud. Did retirement break the marriage? Or did it simply remove the distractions that were keeping it alive? That is what makes gray divorce so difficult to watch. It is not always loud. It is often, in fact, quiet. A slow realization, a hard conversation delayed too long. A pair of people who once imagined growing old side by side, now looking at each other like strangers in the same house. Because when work ends, the schedule fades and the noise disappears. Some couples discover they were holding the relationship together with the routine more than connection. And once that truth is seen, it cannot be unseen. I'll see you next time.